Tale of the Ronin. Every year, the emperor would send a message of peace to the shogun. The shogun chose a daimyo to greet the emperor's messenger. In 1701, the shogun chose a daimyo named Takumi to greet the messengers. Takumi did not know the proper way to greet them. The shogun's secretary, Lord Katsuki, was chosen to teach Takumi how it was to be done. Katsuki was a greedy, mean, and jealous man. He would not give the instruction without pay. Takumi refused to pay. He felt it was Katsuki's duty to honor the order of the shogun and teach him without reward. Katsuki became very angry. He refused to teach Takumi anything and took every opportunity to insult him. One day, Katsuki ordered Takumi to tie the laces on Katsuki's sandal. Takumi resented the order, but he bent down and tied the laces. Then Katsuki turned to the other nobles who were present and, with a sneer and a laugh, said, "Ha ha! Look at that! This serf can't even tie a sandal correctly." At his insult, Takumi lost his temper and self-control. He drew his sword and attacked Katsuki. Katsuki was not seriously injured, but Takumi had committed two crimes. He had drawn his sword in the palace of the shogun, and he had wounded an official of the shogun. In addition, he had violated Bushido by showing emotion and losing his temper. For these crimes, Takumi knew he must die. That night, in a shrine in a moonlit garden, he committed seppuku. All of his loyal samurai watched the ritual. Takumi's land and all he had owned was taken away. Some of his possessions were given to Katsuki in payment for the wound he had suffered. Takumi's loyal samurai now became Ronin. Among the samurai of the dead Takumi was his counselor, a man named Kurensuk. He and 46 other loyal samurai formed a league, the League of the Loyal Warriors, to avenge the death of their lord. These Ronin felt that Katsuki was at fault because he had insulted their lord. They believed that Katsuki had murdered Takumi just as if he had actually stabbed him. The League vowed to seek revenge. Katsuki suspected that these Ronin would plot against him. He sent spies to watch the Ronin, and he hired more samurai to guard his home and family. Kurensuk, however, was determined to fool the enemy into a false sense of security. So, for almost 2 years, the Ronin led wild and drunken lives. They seemed to have forgotten their dead lord. When Katsuki's spies reported this to him, he was very relieved, and he began to relax his guard. Then the Ronin struck. Dressed in the black silk costumes of the ninja, they slipped over the walls of Katsuki's palace. After a bloody battle, the Ronin killed all of Katsuki's guards. They found Katsuki hiding in a shed behind some bags of charcoal and firewood. With great respect, they offered to allow Katsuki to commit seppuku and die as a true samurai. But Katsuki was a coward. He begged them to spare his life. He had promised he would give them large rewards. Kurensuk, seeing that it was useless to urge Katsuki to die the death of a daimyo, forced him to come down and cut off his head with the same short sword with which Lord Takumi had killed himself. The Ronin then placed the head of the dead Katsuki in a bucket to be taken to the tomb of Takumi. The 47 Ronin had proved themselves loyal to their lord and master. Everyone praised their courage and faithfulness. Even so, they know what they must do now. They had killed one of the shogun's high officials. They had shown that they were not completely loyal to him, and for that crime they must die. Every one of the 47 Ronin committed seppuku as Lord Takumi had done. Their bodies were buried in front of his tomb. When the news of their deeds spread, people from all over the kingdom of Japan came to pray at the graves of these faithful and brave men.